Hi, Sharon.
Oh, hi, Phoebe. How are you, beautiful? Just turn that.
Very well, thank you, honey. How are you?
Good, good, thank you. Well, good. Yeah, look, good. I'm gonna keep it real. Like I'm in a lot of
Yeah.
pain today, so but good. Like the
Yes.
reality is that this pain and all that stuff that feeling like I'm suffering with is a good thing. So
It is a good thing. Yes. Yes.
yeah, but just keeping it real, it's really
Yeah.
fine, like life's not yeah, fine's not really real. I feel
No. No, there's always
fine
something
doesn't
underneath the
really exist.
fine.
No,
There's always layers under the
that's
fine.
that's it exactly.
Well, yeah, if I can be honest, I've actually had a lot of lower back pain so lately. So yeah, really just kind of sitting with that as well. And yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
interesting. There's a lot of expansion, a lot of let go stuff. My
Yeah.
network Pyro, he's talking about it too, and he's
Yeah.
yeah, just got to keep surrendering, and it's funny because I was at a baby shower on the weekend. Call it baby shower, but
It looks beautiful.
oh,
Mother blessing.
absolutely.
Yeah. It was gorgeous.
But yeah, like all of that, like just sitting in there and like giving, passing over affirmations. It's like I trust myself to surrender. Like
Mm-hmm.
affirmation for the birth thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
everything that I'm putting out right now is just for me. Like
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
words that are coming through my mouth is not for others. It's for me to
For
hear and
yourself. Yeah,
manage.
that's right. Mm.
Yeah, it's a big welcome, Phoebe. We just jumped straight into a conversation, so
We did, didn't
we
we?
just because
Thank you.
that's what happened. I'm just going
All
to check the
good.
Facebook page here to see if anyone's jumping on.
Yep.
Feels like it's frozen. Oh no, here we go. Hey Linda, how are you? I'll just turn that off. So yeah, we've got beautiful Phoebe here today, and I met Phoebe I think probably 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, because
Yep.
I'm thinking, yeah, probably four or
Yeah.
5 years a year. Where did we actually? Oh, through
It,
Tessa.
yes, through Tessa. I think it was at Christie's event, or the event that Tessa spoke at, that
Ah,
Christy put on.
that was 4 years
And
ago.
4 years ago, yes, yes, because Shanti was only a little baby. I remember I had her with me. Yeah, and I think that's
Yes.
where we met, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, so we met for 4 years ago, and we've obviously just like been on the journey, like
mm-hmm.
been on the journey, been
Yes,
on the unfolding. Like
yeah,
we kind of yeah, it's just been beautiful, like being Phoebe's sister in this, and like
mm-hmm.
witnessing her, holding her as she holds me and witnesses me, and like
Yeah,
that's just the unfolding, and it's so beautiful, I think, just to have sisters in our lives that we don't have to live out of each other's pockets, but we know that we're
mm-hmm.
there. Like
Yeah,
it's like this energetic connection, and it's
yeah,
just beautiful. And Phoebe's had a, she had a child very young, so really, I think today's conversation is really about back to self love, isn't it?
totally, totally. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
with more layers, with
With
different
more
layers and
layers, a
different
whole lot in between.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm just going to hand it over, Phoebes, and like anyone jumping on live, like figure some love bombs. I'm going to concentrate and put my energy with Phoebe as she speaks, so I can, be present with her and witness her. But if you've got any questions, like ask Phoebe, put it in the comments, and we'll come back later and answer those questions. Or at the end, we'll have a quick look to see
mm-hmm.
if there's any questions or anything, or
Yeah,
like give us some love bombs and like yes you resonate with that kind of thing, like that makes sense, that's me too.
yeah.
We are never alone, and this is what's really provoked me from creating these wisdom Wednesdays is to
Mm.
for each person to, or whoever's core to, or forever for the person that I may reach out to and say come and share
Yeah.
your story, because your story matters. And like Phoebe and I were talking, I think it was, I don't know, I can't remember now. There's so many conversations I can have these days, but like just the importance of actually sharing who we are.
Yeah.
Like when we
Yeah.
have to do a bio and we have to start talking about it, it's really powerful
Yeah.
to, that's part of that embodiment, and that doesn't, and we all have to start everywhere. And this is me too. Like I'm still learning this. I haven't got this perfected ever whatsoever. And in some ways, I'm hiding behind being the interviewer.
Interesting.
Yeah, don't worry. That
Yeah.
connected on me last week. So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's just an unfolding, and this is really, I just find the power in, you know, what I've witnessed as people write their bios, what comes up, like that vulnerability that comes up when we're stepping into our higher selves, and
Yes.
to come on and to speak about our journeys. Like, there's so much healing for ourselves and
Yeah.
those who witness, like, to be able to just sit and witness Phoebe as she shares her journey. This is friggin' powerful.
Yeah.
It's friggin' powerful. So I'm going to hand that over. I just really want to introduce you in that way for some reason. I'm just trusting what's coming through here.
Thank you.
I'm going to hand you over, and I'm going to sit here and witness you as you share, you know, your journey with us, and, you know, past, present, and future. Really, that's what it's about. So,
yeah. Thank
all
you.
yours, babe. Love you.
Thanks, honey. Love you. Thank you for having me too. I feel really honoured to be here and to be in this space. And I just love what you're doing and what you're creating and what you're giving for other women, that opportunity to share, you know, and to be vulnerable, step in their vulnerability. And I have to be honest, I was really nervous yesterday. Completely floored me. I was just like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, you know, like I'm not really comfortable doing lives or videos, and it just felt very vulnerable to step into that space. So I'm feeling a lot calmer today though, so thank you. Yeah, so hi everyone. My name's Phoebe. Where do I start? I'm a mother of 5 children. I had my first child at the age of 17, and my second at the age of 21, and then later on, 13 years later, married, and then had 3 other children with my ex-husband. So I've spent pretty much 25 years of my life, you know, being a mother and having that responsibility, which has been absolutely amazing. But one thing that's really been a huge journey for me is that self-neglect and that lack of self-love. And I've spent a lot of my years neglecting myself and my needs, and feeling really, really disconnected to my body, to my femininity, and having to be a mother that young and having that responsibility and, you know, being really independent from a young age. You know, I was very much in my masculine energy. And, you know, there's a lot of talk about, you know, the healthy masculine, the unhealthy masculine, and the feminine. And I was very much in my unhealthy masculine because I was pretty much just depleted, you know, having to give all the time. So it's been a real journey. And 5 years ago, when I separated from my ex-husband, that's when I really had the opportunity to start the healing journey. And that's pretty much what I've been doing since then, is really reconnecting to my femininity, to my sensuality, you know, reconnecting to my body, and, you know, doing that through, you know, embodiment and dance and self-love and working on the mindset and the emotions, and really just, yeah, stepping into that. Which has been quite a journey. And yeah, I've actually been really blessed with the mentors that I've had, you know, along that journey, that have helped me and guided me through that. So very blessed for that. Yeah. Yeah, and the other piece was also, you know, that sacred inner union. That's what I've really worked on in the last 2 years, and which has been absolutely beautiful. And yeah, like I said, I've done that through embodiment. I did Dancing Eros about 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago.
And what's that?
So Dancing Eros is actually embodying the feminine archetypes. So we all have these feminine archetypes: the wild woman, the maiden, the erotic mama, the priestess, and there's one more that I can't think of on the top of my head. Yeah, so it's really just embodying those feminine archetypes within. So for example, the wild woman is something that's, you know, one of the archetypes that I've really resonated with, because I've always had this like Shakti energy, you know, that real fire in my belly, and that I've always kind of been a sensual person, but not being able to express that because of, you know, being in my masculine. So that really allowed me to kind of strip away the layers, you know, strip away the masks of being this, you know, being the good girl and being this responsible mum, and just allowed me to kind of really get into that raw primal nature, you know, and really get into that energy. And so that really helped me kind of, loosen up and get in touch with that aspect of myself, which was, has been an amazing journey.
And just like being in your body.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, like it's such something that we want to run away from.
Yeah.
Like naturally we're not taught to be in our body. And when we dance and do these kind of embodiment practices, it drops us from our minds into our body.
Totally. Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, like it's, and then when we're there, it's just the best.
Yeah.
Most of it, like, you know, like me, I live here so much of the time. It's such a practice to live here, like in my whole body, you know, there's no, you know, when I'm embodied, I feel whole.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
But even right now, we're talking about pain. Pain in the body. Do I want to stay there? No. Like reality, like the response is I want to get out of my body because it's painful.
Yeah, exactly.
The journey is to stay in the body and to feel that pain and lean into that.
Exactly. So,
so just that embodiment, like it's that really, that does become that self-love, deep-rooted mama.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I've literally felt so dissociated with my body, you know, all those years, and it just that really was the key element to really reconnecting to myself. And I love dance, you know, like for me movement and dance is just my thing, you know, like that's how I come back into my body, and that's how I just feel that sensuality, you know, and I realize it helps me reconnect to my body, and you know, it's just such a loving practice to do. So
and I'm gonna pick that piece up, like that sensuality when you dance, but when you're in your body, because when you, and I'm just going to speak from my own experience, like here, just reflecting on that, because when I'm in that and I'm in that sensuality, you know, like you're in this and you are as sexy as fuck, like you feel amazing.
Yes.
When you're not not in that space, and I can look in the mirror, I see all my faults and flaws. Isn't that like that, you know, in regards to, that's like a bit of a download, like that's just that's just like sort of drop like that, you know, because I'm dancing with the body image stuff because I'm really committed to healing that aspect of me, you know, like you know, and I know I'm not alone. We've so conditioned, we have been so sold to in what's supposed to look right, and Janelle speaks cool, you know, we really spoke to that in regards to beauty and what that's supposed to look like. And and it's, I just want to, because like as a mama, and we're talking mamas here, like mamas after giving birth, you know, after children, our bodies change, and often we change and we disconnect from our sensuality
completely.
Well, you know, like probably right up until then, like you're like a sexual being, you know, like we're sexual, we're creating babies. And then like, the busyness of mamas, like it all kind of starts to fade away, and this massive disconnect starts to happen.
Exactly.
Like tell me, like anyone that's jumping on or watching this now, and you know, watching it now or in the replay, let us know if that resonates. You know, from what Phoebe has, you know, lent into and found that was her missing anchor point. Back to herself. And exactly. Like me too. But like it's amazing. So the dancing eros just was your rule.
That was the pivotal point for me. That's when I really realized that, wow, this is what I've been missing my whole life, you know, and and it just, that's kind of been, you know, I've just kind of taken that into my daily routine now. You know, I create devotional practices now, you know, where it's, you know, well, I'll if I can feel myself in a funk, or I can feel like these emotions, I acknowledge those emotions, and I, kind of, feel into where they're sitting, and then I just use the movement and dance to, to help shift those emotions, and just to help reconnect, and come back into my body. So yeah, it's been quite amazing. Yeah. And
amazing. So yeah, and I guess like, I mean, like if you bring yourself back to when you were 18 and to now, how would you describe yourself like back then? And
oh my God,
describe yourself now?
Well, my son was 1 year old when I was 18. So, and I was completely numb. I think I was just completely numb from everything, and so dissociated with my body, Yeah. To now, just completely different. Yeah.
And what about your emotions? Were you connected to your emotions, and how did you used to deal with any emotions? Because we'd still, I mean, still get angry, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Well, I was the type of person where I would bottle everything up, and I would let it sit and sit and sit, and then boil, and then just go rah. That was me. Yeah, that was me. Like, I didn't know how to express my emotions. I didn't know how to, communicate, because I was such a people pleaser as well. So it was like, and I was so afraid of, hurting someone else or offending someone else or making someone else feel uncomfortable, with how I was feeling. And I was never taught how to, express my emotions or, and so I had a lot of anger. I had, a lot of rage. And now I'm learning that, like, that anger is such a healthy emotion to have, and usually under that anger is grief, and a lot of sadness. So it's really allowing ourselves to feel that as well. And, even going into the whole sacred rage, like, rage is actually, so powerful. When we can actually allow ourselves to feel that rage and be okay with that rage and allow us to express that rage in a healthy, safe environment, like, that's transformational.
Do you know there's rage cages in Brizzy?
I know. Oh my God. Yeah. How amazing would that be? Like, just to that, and just allowing yourself to go. And that's what I love about the wild woman. It's just like letting everything fall away and just going, fuck it all, and just, release.
Yeah. And I just I've just like the shaking.
The shaking, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's so powerful because, as we know, our emotions are energy in motion. They need to move. They need to get out of our body. And so then that's
release it and cry or do whatever it needs to come through, or laugh.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be sad. It doesn't have to be
happy. That's it. Yeah. And that's what I've incorporated into I ran an event last month called Wildly Untamed, and and this is what I've incorporated into that. We start off with a beautiful sacred ceremony, cacao ceremony, and then we go into the embodiment. So it kind of supports the women in reconnecting to their bodies. And then we go through the shamanic release, emotional release tools, and just teaching them different ways they can express that emotion in a safe environment, and knowing it's okay to feel that emotion and to releasing it, and then going into the dance and the movement. And it's just such a beautiful kind of journey, like,
I just got goosebumps.
So
I just got goosebumps from the fact, like, how important it is to have these circles and these connections and these safe places to be able to express ourselves, because we generally haven't got those places to be able to do that. Like,
not at all. And when you're a mum, like, I speak for myself here, like, I'm a single mum. I've got 3 kids living with me. And even when I was, with my older 2, like, you're so busy, doing, making your lunches, doing this, doing that, like running them around the school, you're so busy doing everything in the normal everyday duties. It's hard to find that time, but it's so important that we create that time, to do it. And this is another reason why I've created those kind of events. So then it gives the women that exactly. And that's what I touch on as well. The sound, the voice, like being okay with our sound, being okay with making noises, like when we're getting into that primal state, it really is coming from, it's coming from our womb, you know, that primal energy, and it's really allowing us to open that, you know. I mean, our larynx is connected to our yoni, you know, like if you notice how the larynx is like the same shape as our pelvic bowl, you know, like it's and it's all connected. So you're really allowing ourselves to express as well through sound and getting into that primal.
And that's just really landed on how important it is to have those spaces. And I think you know, like with 2020, I keep saying I want to create some more spaces like that, and I'm like, yes, let's do it. You know, like let's even collaborate, so it doesn't feel like it's all you. So people get to receive. I'm just getting these downloads. We need to talk afterwards, I think, because I think
definitely.
Yeah, because by creating these spaces, it does take energy to create them. But to share, collaborate with others, that somebody does it only once a month, but you can still show up every fortnight or whatever it needs to be so you get to receive as well.
Exactly, and it's balanced, right? So the energy is balanced. Yeah, exactly. That's it. I know. That's exactly it. And that's what I've been calling in as well, and that's the reason why I haven't done an event until now, you know, because it was that whole, that aspect of, you know, actually being supported as well, you know, and doing it all on my own, you know, like having that responsibility to create something and then run it by yourself, and to have someone there balance that out and to support each other and share your passions and
be the team, like to be
exactly the team. That's it. Yes.
That is just because I have honestly, I've got like there's about 4 people that I know that all want to do this, but there's aspects of it, like even like my thing the other week, it was like doing it alone. It's really hard. It's energetically I found it really difficult.
It's draining.
And to have support to be able to do that. So on that later. Because I just like, you know, that is so important for us to have those spaces, so we can scream, so we can talk, so we can be witnessed, so we can dance, we can just be our primal selves. And when we come back into our families, we are the better versions of ourselves.
Exactly.
At least we are expressed, we are in flow again, we're in our central being, you know, we are better humans. Go to the supermarket the next day, to drive in our car. Like, I'm serious. Like, this is serious. This is the ripple effect of self-care.
That's right. Exactly. You know, you're coming from a whole place of wholeness, you know, instead of emptiness, you know, and feeling connected. You know, like that whole disconnection piece too. Like, it's so important. Us women thrive on connection. You know, like us humans thrive on connection. It's so important, you know, and that's something that I feel I lacked like for so long, because being a single mom, like, you know, in that whole, you know, day-to-day Groundhog Day, you know, role as a mother, you know, so it's so important for us mums, you know, women, to have that space, you know, just to let go of everything, all the responsibility, connecting with ourselves, connecting with others.
Yes, in a safe space. To be vulnerable and to share and to not have that, you know, like this, for me, you know, particularly, all the, you know, the sisterhood wound that come, you know, that can come out and play from past BS crazy, you know, and it's come through, you know, like it, and I know so many of us, you know, we hold that wound within us, that because of our past experiences, but to be able to change the narrative around that, you know, and to really bring the maid and the mama and the crone together, all the aides.
That's it.
Be with each other in circle.
And to be seen and heard, you know, like we you know, like we need to feel like we've been heard, you know, like I think that's a real necessity for us women, you know, like to feel heard and seen. It makes such a huge difference. And the thing that I loved about my event too, the women that were there, like I was actually quite surprised, because I didn't actually know half the women that were coming. And like, we had the young women, we had the maidens, we had the, you know, the crones, we had a woman there come with her mum who was in her 70s, you know, and she's up there dancing, and, you know, and I'm just looking at her, and I actually said to her at the end of the event, I said, thank you so much for coming. Like, she had no idea what to expect. Like, you know, but to trust and to really step into that vulnerability and to allow themselves, you know, and she's never sat in a circle before, you know, like, it was such a beautiful, you know, to witness her. Yeah, it was so beautiful. So it was like seeing the different ages and stages of life coming together in that. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh,
yeah,
that's really
I know.
I'm emotional because of all of these circles that I've sort of sat amongst these last few weeks, and like from hearing what you just said then too, like I mean, I had not been to a blessing like last week, like on Sunday for a baby. But then I was talking to another woman there. She said, I've never sat in a circle like that before.
Yeah.
Like, I just got goosebumps all over again.
Yeah.
And just watching, I'm doing some choir dancing as well, you know, and a few women there that I've connected with through or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, we can have these experiences. Can us women actually have these experiences?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, we can. Like, we can have these beautiful, heart-opening experiences and learn from each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the maiden learns from the crone learns from the maiden. And like, it's not,
there's so much gold in that. Yeah.
So much. Like, just that,
the interweaving of the different ages, like, and it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to read the messages. So Janelle's on.
Hi, Janelle.
Goddesses. Can totally relate to that. Nothing looks the way it used to, and it's a big shift in accepting what now is with our bodies.
Yeah.
And I, you know, it's funny. I'm witnessing a couple of, you know, females who have gotten sexy again, you know, they found like their sexuality, and they're feeling sensual and sexy and all that again. Just that little bit of like when we're activating that energy, how powerful it is. So amazing. Janelle said we should have a girls trip. So so that, I think that page. Just to count me in. And I'm like, I think she might have been talking about the circles in regards
okay.
You know, like being able to do a bit of collaboration maybe around creating a bit of a
for sure, babe.
I'm gonna put that out there because I think there's there's something in that.
Yeah, definitely. It's so needed too. So needed, you know.
Oh, Phoebe, thank you. You've dropped some big ahas, I think, there for listeners too. I think just with like the body, coming back to that self-love, that embodiment of being in your body. You know, what that really looks like and what that feels like. And I know you're on another part of a piece of your journey as well, doing a 9-week course in, what is that? Share that.
So it's a 9-moon womb awakening apprenticeship. So it's with the Institute of Feminine Arts, and we spend 9 months journeying into the womb. It's one area that I haven't actually worked on my journey, and it's kind of like, I feel like the last kind of missing link as I'm really coming into that. And because like I said, I have felt very disconnected from my womb, you know, and I haven't really connected with her as such in that area. So we going to like womb shamanism, feminine wisdom, womb feminine mysteries, and a lot of womb healing. And awakening the womb as well, and working with that Shakti energy as well. So after doing the apprenticeship, I'll also do the retreat, and that'll certify me to actually be able to teach it as well and run retreats and events and workshops. Just taking women on that journey, you know, coming back home to themselves and reconnecting to the womb. Yeah.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really powerful piece. That
It
was
is. Yeah.
for me. That was the piece that was missing
Yeah.
in like that getting into my body. That was
Yes.
that piece. Like it was all mind
Yes.
work and personal development, which was epic.
Yeah.
I still love that. You know, like if I look
Yeah.
at Brene Brown's work, you know, that is very mind based
Yeah.
stuff. I still love that. Like that's still really important to me. But that womb embodiment in the body. That's not
Yes.
embodiment, but
Yeah.
but yeah, is
Yeah.
that's
It's the vital missing link, really. You know, I think
we're not just this.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And I'm the same as you. Like I did so much work with Tessa with the mindset and, you know, like, and just working on that kind of aspect, like, and not really, you know, just doing a little bit of the embodiment with dance, but yeah, the whole disconnection to my womb and, you know, yeah. So,
The Pussy.
Sorry?
Have you read the book, The Pussy?
No, it's actually on my wish list. I've got it there as well as a few others. Yeah. So that I'm going to definitely be looking into. I'm actually reading, where is it? Oh, it's right here. I'm actually reading Womb Wisdom at the moment.
Oh,
yeah, which is amazing. You know, that also goes into like clearing your womb of past lovers and, you know, like actually really working on clearing the energy there, you know, because we hold on to, you know, a partner's energy for like 7 years in the womb, energetically. So just really working on that, you know, to kind of call in someone as well. So yeah, it's all interesting.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess like kind of wrapping this up, if someone's listening to this, like I mean, I think you've probably already shared, to be honest with you, but I'm going to let you share it again. Like a piece that somebody could do tomorrow to support themselves back to self-love. What could they do?
Okay. I'm actually going to share something that's really been it's really been a prominent thing in my life that I started doing, especially after getting breast implants out, was breast massage. That really helped me reconnect in, and it's not just slapping on some oil and, you know, massaging your boobs, you know, it's actually setting an intention and actually creating a ritual around it. So, you know, getting yourself some nice oils, you know.
And don't you sell that? You sell those oils now, don't you?
Yeah, well, I've created a breast massage serum, especially for that. Yeah, with ylang ylang and patchouli. So those oils are specifically to help with the masculine, feminine energies and the self-love and the grounding as well.
Because anybody who's watching this who wants some, like, reach out to Phoebe. I'll get her to put all her links in here as well, because I think that, you know, like just by you sharing what those oils mean, bring a real different meaning to giving that massage.
Exactly. And it's really just setting that intention. Like what I do is I start off by soul gazing and looking into my left eye in the mirror and really just connecting in with myself, you know, and just say these loving words to myself, you know, and then coming down, you know, with the oil, you know, actually massaging like your whole chest, you know, your shoulders, and then coming down and then starting to actually set the intention to reconnect to your heart center as well, because that's, you know, obviously where our heart chakra is. And really just, you know, setting intention to open your heart, you know, to your own love and really just nurturing yourself and just taking the time to really honor each breast and reconnect. So
I want to do that. I want to go and come and get some oil from you. I'm in. Like,
come in, baby.
I'm in. I can get those. I'm still in my pajamas right now. Like
I love it.
On. Like this is completely LA natural. I haven't cleaned my teeth. I've done nothing. I've gone from my yoga mat.
Raw and natural. I love it.
Completely raw and natural. There's no falling in love with my body. Hey, like it's showing up on video.
Yeah.
It's me.
And I love that. Yeah, it's perfect.
I have got a pretty light, so that helps.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of help.
No, a little bit of help. It just keeps the light consistent, which is like I love it. I love them.
Yeah. Love it.
I love that piece, Phoebe. That's amazing. I think that's really beautiful, and that in itself as well gets us into our body and into our femininity, our sexuality,
exactly,
all that kind of stuff. that? Glazing.
Exactly. And that self-touch and that self-massage, like I think it's really important because that actually, it actually helps. Like if you're feeling numb and disconnected, it actually helps you, it stirs those feelings up again. And it's like, you know, you're giving that to yourself instead of expecting it from your partner or someone else or, you know, from an external source. Like you're just giving that love back to yourself. You're turning yourself on, you know, and then you can make love to yourself. You can, you know, that's where it all starts is, you know,
Yeah, if we can't give it to ourselves, we can't expect others to give it to us.
Well, that's right, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah.
Beautiful, babe. Thank you so much. This is really this conversation and this interview has energized me. I'm going to turn some music on. I'm going to get some oil. I'm going to massage my boobs before I get to do some other work. It's really been a beautiful interview. I've really enjoyed this conversation, and I think it's just so important. So thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much. And Phoebe to get in touch with Phoebe, you know, regarding her circles, so you can keep in contact with her. Please, Phoebe, just put all your links below this live or up in the and I'll copy them
in the link. I know what you mean.
Whatever. I'll do that. And so anyone can reach out to you. I think it's just a beautiful place for expression and being who you are. And you know, like this group's, you know, really, you know, for me to be in creating this group and doing this group has really come from the community behind my online business. That's me the courage and, you know, to be able to do this. So I'm ever grateful for that community and that support and that you know, that unfolding there, you know, because, you know, so many of us are in this, you know, selling our product effectively to fund change.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. And to help people's lives, right? To help transform their lives, you know?
Having multiple streams of income, you know, coming in, not just one, not relying on one. If there's one that we thought about, you know, 2020, it's just, we need to keep our minds open. So thank you, beautiful Phoebe. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for, opening this space for people. And I've loved witnessing your journey, you know, like through the years and seeing you expand and you know, it's been incredible. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Beautiful. Replay is obviously available. Invite your friends in here who may, you know, maybe this may be really supportive for them to hear as well. Share the love and appreciate it. So much love. Love you, Phoebe.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.